Yep, okay.
The rest of the evening is uneventful. You don't see the wolf come back. You don't see any signs of any other wolves.
Okay. Scratch, scratch. My arm itches.
Yes, indeed it does.
Yep. Bramble hops down, takes a potion of those flowers, and just wakes the next watch. There was a wolf, so do be careful.
That is good to know. Thank you.
And then she climbs back up the tree.
So it's Alabaster and Mercy on the first one. Oh, last one.
Yes. So one of you can roll at advantage, or you can each roll.
What's your perception, Jason?
Just a 1, but I have dark vision.
I'll make the perception roll. Good thing I had advantage.
Yep. And just the random small critter. The night passes. Beyond the solitary wolf who came to investigate, nothing happens. Dawn comes.
Mercy will sing a very quiet song, greeting the dawn when the sun.
Belinda rolls out of her bedroll, packs up her kit, offers a brief prayer to her god, and goes out to cut herself a stick so that she can test the ground as they walk along. She also makes sure that the mules have had something to.
Yep. And actually, Bramble, you would have noticed that the mules took no note of the wolf.
That's odd.
And the grasses around where they were staked are completely bare.
Well, that's less odd.
Yeah. Nom 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 nom.
Is there anywhere nearby to get water?
I might be able to help with that.
We should make sure that the mules have water before we leave and some water for them during the journey.
Yep.
Is there anywhere to get water? Some sort of...
Yes. Yes, there is. There's a streamlet about a mile from where you are.
It seems more wet. Damp.
Belinda has 3 water skids and she fills them all, so that should be sufficient to help out.
Okay. I think.
And it's just inside the marsh.
Yeah, there is a stream that way. The ground feels more damp over here. And,
Thanks, Bram.
Oh, this is just my job. Although, I must admit that you are quite nicer than the usually people I encounter during my jobs. So, thank you.
Well, if they don't treat you right, you shouldn't go back to them.
That's true. Mm, they mostly think I'm crazy. It's fine, though.
Well, you're a
Yeah,
little
I see.
eccentric, that's all.
Yes, that is the word that they used to describe me before they put me on leave. Oh well.
Bastards.
So just so you know, the maximum you can travel is 3 hex squares a day while in the swamp.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's 2.5, but so once you get into the swamp, it'll take you about 2 days to get to where you're going.
All right. So Generala has 6 water skins. She'll fill them all up and tie them to 3 on each donkey.
Okay.
Mule.
Where exactly are we starting from?
About
I'm okay.
Right here?
the very top edge of that hex. Yeah, just on the edge of the swamp. Yep.
Okay.
Wouldn't we be further ahead to travel outside the swamp? Since we have a general idea where we're heading, stay outside the swamp for a while and then
If we go up this way, we
The
can
measurements
do
are
that.
wrong. Sorry about that.
That's fine. If we go up this way, we could skirt along the edge of the drowned forest and make it there or make it to the first job in 2 days.
Right then.
Okay.
I think we would make it there either way in the 2 days.
Yeah.
Although Gerald likes the
Right, but
idea of hopping
hold
up
on.
here first because it's less walking in the water.
Actually, because you said we can only move 3 in the swamp, but if we go up here, we're not in the swamp yet.
Yep.
So how far could we move if we do?
You could move. The hexes are supposed to be about 4 miles apiece.
Okay, so in a day we can do
24 on
24?
on regular terrain.
So we'd have
At least
half our
that's what the-
movement. So we'd be able to move 1.5 squares into the swamp.
Okay.
So you'd be almost on top of the job.
Yes. If you won't feel like really pressuring it, I would suggest skirting around the drowned forge.
If we'll make better time, I'm okay with.
Well, and I really don't want to get my feet as wet, and maybe less chances of meeting murder logs.
This is true. There are less chances of meeting murder logs. The drowned forest does possess its own dangers, but we should be fine as long as we're sticking to the edge. Very well.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of us, you know.
Yeah, true. Okay.
I think twice before attacking us.
I'll lead us that way then, if that's okay with everyone.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
This whole land thing is really kind of weirding Belinda out.
You need to acquire your land legs instead of sea legs.
A good forced march on land will certainly get you all into shape for land work. Stick with me, sunshine, and I'll show you how to do it.
Alrighty then.
All right. Let's see. Do you have an encounter? All right. All right. So while you're on the grasslands, you make good time. Don't encounter anything super dangerous. So you're coming in literally on the border of the swamp and the drowned forest?
Stay a
Yes.
little bit away from the forest, though.
You know, like this, and then one,
All
two.
right.
So
Okay.
we wind up, I think, here.
All right. You get a couple of miles into the swamp, and you've been able to miss a few pitfalls and hullocks that are not stable. You find that the donkeys are actually very adept at picking their way through. If there's been a couple of times that Generala, and who's leading the other donkey?
Mercy will. She's had experience with mules.
All right. So there's been a couple of times where Generala and Mercy have tried to coax the mules in a direction, and the mules have just either flat out refused by doing the mule thing of just standing firm and refusing, as mules do, or just ignoring the gentle tuggings in a direction and move their own way, picking their own way through the marsh.
Mercy will trust the mule. She knows that they're smarter than horse.
Belinda raises an eyebrow. That is not how she would handle sex.
As
Oh, I was gonna. I apply the bug stuff, but I cast dancing lights and I make it look like a medium-sized glowing eagle.
Oh yes, we apply the
Glowing
bug.
beagle? What?
It's a glowing eagle. Using
Eagle,
a
okay.
using yeah.
Sorry, thought you said beagle.
I could have made a dog. Called it Bunny. Just because yeah.
Mercy looks at Gerald. Is there a particular reason that you...
Gotta tell everybody where we are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty new to this whole spellcasting thing, and I find it amazing.
Might I suggest you keep your glowing lights to yourself unless we need them? It just makes the ones that we're tracking more likely to see us before we see them.
Yeah. And I kind of dismiss it.
as you're having this conversation. That one. Nope, that's not the one I want. No. Ah.
Joe, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, shoot.
Have you ever been on an adventure like this before in your life?
No, I managed things like books, ledgers, and maps.
How old are you, man?
I look to be in my 20s.
The question is, literally, Generala says, how old are you? Then she looks at Mercy and says, shouldn't we have asked this before we left?
You were sitting with him.
My experience as adventuring is lacking, and I'm sorry about that. That's why I grabbed the letters, because I don't think I wouldn't have hired me.
Well, luckily our employer was hard up.
Generala's a little irritated and decides to shut her mouth at this point.
So because I don't have a swampy forest map, you'll just have to deal with my forest map as this conversation is going on. You have an encounter.
Okay.
I will need
So, are we dropping our tokens?
yes, please. And
Probably somewhere up there, because Bramble is leading the party. Or at least guiding, anyway.
Yeah, so the mule I'm leading would be right here. Right to my right.
yeah.
There, I got a mule token.
I don't have access to move my token.
That's strange. Huh.
I do.
I can't select it to roll initiative or anything.
Can you now? You might need to restart.
Yeah, I can do it now.
Okay. All right. So, as you're having the conversation, you notice a a tree and a few bushes start moving your direction.
That's not supposed to be happening over there.
Hold on a moment. Hmm. Would I know anything about trees moving on their own?
Roll me a nature.
Okay.
It's the end times.
Nope. This is new to you.
That's never happened before. I haven't heard anything about it either.
If they start throwing apples, run.
It's the end times. The end times.
Oh my god.
I've been wandering around a little bit. Would I have encountered something like this?
Not personally, but you've heard of them as awakened trees and awakened shrubs.
Bring me a shrubbery.
They hide by not moving, but they're an entity that can move and attack. And
Do you share this?
Awakened trees is kind of a thing. I don't really know if these guys have hostile intents, but we should definitely be on our. Can anyone talk to them?
Talking to trees now.
Hello, trees.
Hello, trees. Do you speak?
Trees.
I try a little dwarvish just to see.
No response other than the appearance of moving closer.
I will say hello in all the languages that I.
It seems to have no effect.
I'm going to tie the mule's reins to a tree and ready my shield.
I tried the languages I know, which are Common and Sylvan.
They wait, did Shinrella know Sylvan as well?
I know Gith, Common, and Deep Speak.
Okay. Does anybody else know Sylvan?
Nope, sorry.
Nope, I have Undercommon.
No Sylvan in this wheelhouse.
All right. So they do. You see a reaction, but they don't stop moving towards you, and they do not reply.
Well, it seems they understand us, but they may still be hostile. So, shall we attempt to simply skirt around them? Perhaps we've intruded on their territory.
Maybe if we just keep going.
Good idea.
And leave, sneak up on us when we're not paying attention.
It is your initiative first, Mercy.
No.
Oh, nope. Actually, it is Alabaster. Sorry about that.
I will hold. I don't know if we're going to attack or not.
Firebolt, dude.
What are you holding?
I will ready a firebolt spell. If we attack it, I will at that point go.
Okay. Mercy?
not being much of a ranged attack sort of character. Mercy is going to hold her action as well and prepare to attack the first tree that attacks us.
Okay. Are you attacking? Would you be attacking with your weapon or?
Yeah, with the weapon.
Okay. Are you moving closer to Bramble and Genrala in order to be able to do that? All right. Gerald.
Gerald, not knowing what these are as far as like facing what their capabilities are, I'm going to cast Hex on the big tree,
Okay.
and then I'm going to choose Dex,
Okay.
and then I'm going to follow up with a not a firebolt, but an Eldritch Blast. So it kind of I'm using staff as my focus. So I pull up,
Yep.
I hold up my staff and just kind of swirl it around for the hex, and then jut it straight forward where the Eldritch Blast comes out. And I know it's force damage, but I kind of want it to come out where it's like a gray or a dark black spell when it leaves my staff.
Okay. So, you cast Hex, and it actually is a combination of the two colors swirling as it hits the tree. Go ahead and, or heads that way. Go ahead and roll your Eldritch Blast. It hits. The D6.
Is the hex
the
damage,
hex damage. All right.
which is necrotic.
Okay. All right. So with that, are the held actions going off?
I'm still not in range to attack, so
Okay. Alabaster, are you seeing the Eldritch Blast go? Are you releasing your firebolt?
Yeah, I want to see what I'm in range for.
easily.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, it's 120 feet. Yeah, I'm looking to fire it off.
All right. Which one are you attacking?
The little one right here.
All right. Roll that beautiful fireball. All right. That hits. And it is a dead tree.
Well, we got some firewood then.
That's how you do it.
Bramble.
Well, if they weren't hostile before, they're most certainly hostile now. Ay, ay, ay. Do I now see them approaching with more speed?
Oh yeah, they're quivering and they're quaking, and you can assume that they're very pissed.
Okay. Bramble will say, "Sorry, my friend is Jumpy." In Sylvan, but hold an action to attack if they wind up attacking.
All right.
Sorry, that was a mistake.
That's all right. One of the shrubs skirts just at the base of the tree and ends up just in front of it. The tree itself gets right up in your face. Bramble and Shenrala, mostly because you are the closest. Even or odd.
Odd.
It attacks you, Shenrala. Go ahead and roll your held.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Are you doing the right damage? No, you don't have that yet.
Nope. I do have
Okay.
it. I'm not doing it yet.
Okay. All right. So you hit.
Yes. Bramble just takes a claw and like these feline claws come out, or a paw. These feline claws come out, and she just rakes across the tree.
All right. And Generala, the tree takes two of its big branches and attempts to slam down on you, but each branch ends up just on either side of you, missing you. And it is now your turn, Generala.
I am gonna drop the reins, just let them go, and I am going to smack. And I'm going to also take my bonus action to smash it again.
I'm going to restart discard. Everyone's going roboto on me.
Okay. Your first strike misses, but your second strike rings true. And it doesn't seem to take as much damage as you feel it should have.
I'm gonna reach for my sword.
All right. Belinda, it be your turn.
All right, I'm going to march over towards the tree, and I'm going to whack it with my battle axe.
All right.
Slumba lumba.
Oh, and you
No.
get a good hit on it. You know it felt that.
Take that, you lousy piece of kindling!
Nice.
It looks damaged, but it still appears to be hale and hearty.
That was a great bark there, Belinda.
Oh. And that shrub moves up. And back to the top of the order. Alabaster.
I'm attacking the big tree.
All right. With a solid hit.
For 1 point of damage.
Actually, you feel like it might have done a little bit more. you release your firebolt and you're like, oh no, that wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be. And then when the flame hits the tree, it's like, wait, that seemed to do a little bit more damage than I thought.
Whoosh.
I see you go.
Didn't work right.
Hmm. Alright. Let's say I've got a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
What's your DC?
13.
It passes.
Okay.
I read Toll the Dead Wooden.
All
I don't know why.
right. All right, Gerald.
Thrust the staff forward, and as the Eldritch Blasts reach out.
Oh, you've got it so it's automatically adding your hex?
Yep.
Awesome. Why is it adding it to your damage instead of your
that's not right.
attack instead of your damage?
Because I wrote it in wrong.
Ah, okay.
Did the 14 hit though?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So it took 10? 10 or 7?
Yeah, I was gonna say 7 because
right.
I wrote it in wrong.
Okay.
Mercy's going to say to Janrala, he's awful big about thrusting with that staff.
Lol.
I don't have a staff. I have a sword.
No, fish boy.
Oh, him. Yeah. Well, I'm going to make a staff out of this tree, though. That's for sure.
Hiding behind a rock to gain some cover.
Yep.
All right. Your turn?
Yep.
All right. Is Bramble back? Bramble. Your
Go with
turn.
Noah.
Bella? Believe they are AFK. Or internet issues.
They were restarting.
They're there. Are you back, Bramble? It's your turn. I saw them light up for a moment.
Alright. If we boil these trees down, we could make wood stock.
And you can eat it all.
Gerald, sit down and shut up right now.
DM took psychic damage on that one.
That's alright. Earlier I wrote, if you boil a funny bone, does it become a laughing stock?
Oh.
I think we all took psychic damage on that.
Mercy.
Oh.
Internet woes.
Yep.
Yes, yes, we are all familiar with.
Yes.
I got to torture 67,000 people this week.
Sweet. How'd you do that?
I'm sending them, as part of our security campaign, I'm sending them a fake phishing email to try to catch them and give them security awareness training. If they...
Nice.
I always respond back to them, goes, you need to do a little bit better because I knew this was already bad.
Right.
I love those car ones where they call up asking, telling me that my car, or that the information they have that my car's warranty is running out. I'm like, oh, you have information on my car. Do you have the VIN number? They're like, what? Well, if you have my information, my warranty's running out. Do you have my VIN number? They're like, no.
No.
Because I'd like to know the VIN number so I can find my car, because I don't own one. And if I have a car, I'd like to actually have it back.
I'm still getting notices on the car I sold in 2015.
I've never owned a car, and I get those car insurance and warranty stuff
Warranty.
all the time. I don't even have a driver's license in my name, and I still get those calls.
Same.
Do we want to move the combat on without them and just have them catch up?
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a shrub that's going to be attacking them. The wrong shrub. Not that shrub yet.
You could always roll their attack.
I don't know if they had a plan. I could do that. Yeah. Let me do that. That would be better than them getting nothing. Yep, they hit. Tree. The tree looks significantly more damaged. Or significantly damaged. There, that's what I wanted to say. Okay. So that shrub has come up and is going to attack you, Belinda.
Bring it!
Does a 13 hit?
Yeah.
That's awesome, because even if it had, it would do 0 damage.
I do apologize. My
No worries.
computer is just completely drunk at this moment.
Yeah.
So very drunk.
I did it as a go for the eyes attack for you.
That's fine, yeah.
Just to move combat along.
Yeah, that's fine.
The tree is going to go for Bramble this time.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
And again, it misses.
Yes, Bramble definitely dodges under the tree trunk.
All right. Generella, it is your turn.
Okay, well, she's got the sword and she's going murder hobo. Her bonus action and her regular.
Okay.
And she sucks.
We'll call it that the tree is just shaking violently in its rage that it hasn't hit anything.
I also did notice I had a couple of mistakes on my character sheet, and I'm fixing them.
Okay. All right.
I think you should appease the dice gods. That's sure to help you.
Yes.
Fires the dice.
I fire the dice.
Not sure how that works on Roll20.
This is how it works.
Yes.
That's how it works.
All right.
That's how you fire your dice.
It's slightly the same as appeasing the dice gods.
Pretty much.
What's my save against that?
Moonstar's not here and not killing you at this moment.
Right? All right. Belinda, it is your turn. You have a tree and a shrub in your face.
I'm going to smack the tree
Okay.
since that worked fairly well.
Nope.
Well.
Again, it's just making so. Okay. It ends up shaking so violently you just happen to miss it. The shrub in the back is going to make a go at Bramble. It's actually going to swing around.
Why me? I'm the nice one.
Yes, but you're closer.
Fair enough.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
It misses. Alabaster.
Sorry, I was watching the trailer. I'm gonna shoot the giant tree again.
And you hit it. It is looking very, very injured.
I request a shrubbery.
Mercy, it is your go.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save of...
13.
It does not make it.
4 points.
It takes those 4 points. It is heavily wounded. Its shaking is not quite as violent as it was. Gerald, it is your turn.
My appease the dice gods. All right. I'm gonna do the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Oh, so close. So close. You hit it, and it takes damage. Oh, its leaves are starting to just fall off. A branch or two has collapsed.
Just leave already.
Bramble, it is your go.
Are we doing like a obligatory tree leaf / pun every time?
Not every time.
No, just Richard is.
I see.
We'll slap him later.
I suppose, considering that it's happened for so long, it's going to continue. I have to continue this. Although I don't want to. But anyway, I Bramble turns to the tree and is like, "I'm sorry. I'll leave you to prune in peace.
Oh.
I really
And-
love those 7s for whatever reason.
And that is on the tree.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
I just prune its branches.
You prune its branches a little more.
Yeah.
All right.
Little makeshift. What do you call that? Bonsai.
All right.
Bonsai.
It is the awakened shrub in front of Belinda. It's going to attack you. Does a 17 hit? I do not believe a 17 hits you, does it, Belinda?
Oh, sorry. No, it doesn't.
Good, because it would have done 0 damage anyway. That poor tree is having no luck. Genrala. The tree is now dead. There is a shrub to your right and a shrub to your left. Neither of which has been damaged.
Are they attacking anyone?
Yes. One is attacking Bramble and the other is attacking Belinda.
All right, since Bramble is closest to me, no, actually, I'm gonna go help Belinda, and I'm gonna move over and attack.
All right.
Again with extreme prejudice.
Of course. And you hit. And it's dead.
So I take out my my woodcarver's tools, and I make a staff out of.
All right. We will do that when combat ends. There's still a bush hanging out.
Oh, that's right. You put an X on the wrong character.
Did I? I did.
Yeah, you asked me.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let me fix that.
DM automatically kills a character.
There we go. Sorry. Turn order selected you.
Tis okay.
All right. Linda, it is your turn. There is one more shrub over on the other side of Bramble.
I'm going to get over there. And I'm going to what?
And you hit it. It is not dead.
But I sure hit it.
You sure hit it. It is not a happy little bush. In fact, it is so unhappy, it is going to stop attacking Bramble and it's going to attack you. Or attempt to. It sweeps out with a couple of its little thorny branches and just misses your boot. It rolled a 1 on it. It rolled a 1 on its attack.
That didn't even tickle.
Alabaster, there's one more tiny little shrub.
Yeah, it's gone.
Poof, fireball.
Yep.
Oh. Nope.
Yeah, I critted.
Why
Yeah,
are
you
you rolling at advantage?
I have no idea. The character sheet's doing it for me.
Yes, when it's not an advantage roll, I take the first roll.
Okay.
So you missed. It would be your 7. That way we don't have to roll twice for it. It just makes it faster. If it's normal, it's the first number. If it's advantage, it's the higher. If it's disadvantage, it's the lower.
I was wondering that. Okay.
So you missed with your firebolt. It just sort of singes the very top. Mercy. You hit it. Oh, it's so close. So close. And the girls are impatient. I told them they had to wait. Gerald, your turn.
All right. Azal moves over to kind of help me with my attack against the shrub. And I move my hex over to it. There we go. For 9 points.
And it's dead.
There you go, Gerald. You got your first kill.
Yep. How do you want to do this?
The force bolt kind of scoots high up into the sky and then straight down, arcing it, pushing it down into the ground a little bit, causing it to be planted. So maybe it'll grow up to be a bigger tree someday.
Nice.
I do believe that has revealed our position, so perhaps we should proceed with a tad more caution.
Yes.
Congratulations. You have defeated your first deadly battle. Did anybody take any damage?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
I'm using an axe to cut off one of the longer branches, and I will trim it down as we.
All right. All right.
Shall we be off to the deeper wood?
All right then.
So we have the two. We're going to be right here for the swamp square. This is where we end.
This is where you'll end.
Okay.
The rest of your journey for the day is relatively uneventful. There's the occasional splashing into the water. Luckily, you haven't fallen into any of the mires or the pools that are deeper than they look. In general, it's kind of miserable. You hear the buzzing of biting insects. They stay away enough where they're not actually biting you, but you can hear them. They're buzzing all around. And you see the occasional larger biting bug buzz by. Looks like a giant mosquito. It starts to head in your guys' general direction and then veers off violently.
Okay.
No.
Right. Does anyone have a map? I think it's
We all have maps.
true. Oh, right.
You have 2 copies of the map that you're currently on. Everybody has a map of the town.
Okay. Yes, the copies of the maps that we're currently at. I think it's prudent to see if we can, find out our location and then find out if we have sight on the objective, or at least the last known spot where these supplies were.
Right. You
So,
can get this far, about the middle of this, right along the river somewhere in this hex. And the last known location for the goods was scried in the next hex over.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Once we get there, someone remind me, and I'll climb a tree and look around and see if I can't spot them.
So we're roughly about 4 miles from where we think we need to start really paying.
Yep.
Yep. But with the harshness of the swamp and trying to travel through the fight, you guys are pretty exhausted.
Not me.
Yes, so we'll probably
Usually you can only make it about 10 miles a day afoot in wetlands and swamps. So
we'll probably need to camp somewhere before we come onto the place.
and you'd already had the 12 miles on dry land.
Mhm.
So yeah.
It's like right there somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you sticking to the same watches?
Oh,
Yes.
I think so.
All right.
So because we're in a swamp, is there any pools of not really like super clean water, but like a big puddle that no critters are in?
Yeah, it looks a little brackish. You're right near the river, which is running clear.
Well,
Everyone do be careful. There are murder logs.
that's what I'm worried
There's
about.
Potential for murder.
I met a sea one not too long ago. Scared me.
Oh, they're certainly terrifying, yes. Especially because you often mistake them for logs. That's why they're called murder logs.
Yeah. So I was thinking about kind of sleeping underwater.
You are?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Trying to find a nice, safe place to sleep underwater.
You can do that if you wish.
right, fish boy.
Yep. Fish boy was going to pull an Abe. I mean,
Right.
But not until after your watch.
right. Yeah, but I wanted to like stake it out first, make sure it's safe, and then after my watch is over, go under.
Well, yeah.
Would you like?
Go ahead,
Would you
Dylan.
like assistance in determining whether or not it is safe?
Yeah.
Okay. Very well. I will help you. Firstly, I recommend that you stay in running water if possible, so this stream, or else there will be leeches. But yes, let's go down and see if there are anything that will take a bite out of you. Do you come with?
Yeah. Yeah, I follow.
All right.
While they're playing in the water, Mercy's going to do what she can to set up camp.
All right.
Playing in the water?
I will also set up camp.
I'm so
I will also set up camp and start with fire.
I would recommend, if possible, that we limit the flames tonight.
We'll just warm up some dinner then.
Oh, okay.
It'll keep the bugs away, though. I'll be sad to see it go out.
True, but it's also very easy to spot. So I don't know. Decide as you will.
We find a place that's reasonably dry to make.
You're making camp on a rather large hillock. It's the center of it is quite dry, and there's room enough for your tents and whatnot.
I'll make a Dakota campfire.
Okay. Gotta love those fires that you can hide by being underground, or hide it by it being underground.
That way we
That
can
could be
get
one.
all the benefits and none of the drawbacks.
Yep.
Yep. Just throw a bundle style fire in there and you're good.
So as the two of you are walking down towards the river, the ground is not as firm as you'd like, but also not quite as soft as it's been throughout the day's march. And you find a little pool. The river itself runs quite swiftly, but there's a little pool where it runs just a little bit slower. It's not gonna sweep you away. You see no murder logs.
Gerald.
Yeah.
I did mention before that I recommend staying in running water. Are you able to swim while you sleep?
I think I just float there, like in place. Kind of like just enough to keep moving, but not enough to actually go anywhere.
You're gonna float down the river if you stay in the river.
Yeah,
Well, yes.
if it's the river, I'm not going to do it. I'll just camp up in the trees.
Well, let's see. Hold on. Are there any leeches in this pool?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
After I'm done setting up, I'm going to walk over to what they're doing over in the pool, and I'm like, bathtub?
What now?
Gotta be clean.
Are we taking baths now?
Oh. No. I was helping Gerald here find a spot to sleep in during the night. I'm just telling him
What's
that
wrong with a tent?
I suppose you'll have to ask him.
Gerald, we have tents and we have watches. What are you afraid of?
Oh, nothing. I was just looking for a quiet place.
Your stuff's going to get all rusty.
The only thing I have that, well, okay, I've got a couple of things that might rust, but I was going to leave it on the shore.
So someone can steal it.
So it'll be very helpful to you if something does go wrong. Yeah. How about you just sleep in the tent like a regular person?
All right, I'll go sleep in a tree.
You might fall out of a tree and break yourself.
I've got a hammock.
Oh, let him take the risk.
Fine, sleep in a tree.
What? Trees are wonderful, Bad Rest.
Yes. For you, a tree would be very comfortable, I'm sure.
Yes.
The reason,
Not all humanoids are comfortable in trees.
well, the reason why I
Really?
sleep in a hammock because it feels like the waves.
And so when you say that not all humanoids are comfortable in trees, Bramble goes, really? And looks like her mind or has just been blown. Everything that she knows about the world is just wrong.
Pupils widen a little bit.
Yeah.
Nose flare slightly.
I thought you erected these weird wooden structures because you like sleeping in trees and it reminds you of trees.
I love Bramble just a little bit more. Poor sweet innocent Bramble.
I just smile at Bramble, and then I test the theory if the dancing lights, like on the ground being red, would cause Bramble to fight them.
Bramble, you notice there's now a laser pointer right in front of you.
Gerald, knock it off.
She doesn't
not
fight
nice
it.
to take.
She doesn't fight the ground because she's more intelligent than a cat. But you do notice that her pupils will occasionally twitch and just follow the light.
I'm gonna gently slap Gerald on the back of the head, and I'm gonna say, she is not a pet. She is a person.
It's not nice to tease Bramble.
I like the
Not that
furry
rhino.
one.
She is not your pet.
Oh, I know.
Stop it, or I will hurt you.
Gerald just kind of sticks out his tongue.
Blink, blink. Well, in any case, I suppose if you will be staying in a hammock, continues looking at the lasers.
Oh, I stop as the moment that they start getting.
I grab his tongue.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Normally baths are personal, but yep. I'll leave you to it. Bramble just leaves.
Does a 14 hit? It does, doesn't it?
Well, it's an acrobatics roll, so it'd be more.
It's a dexterity thing. Yeah.
An opposing one, I guess. Or are you gonna let her grab your tongue?
Honestly, I can't roll that high. Okay, maybe I did.
So you gotta grab Gerald's tongue, and Gerald just kind of pulls his head back at the last second.
I'm serious, man. Gonna start talking like a Jamaican.
I grab another bottle of whiskey and I hand it towards you. Do you want this?
I snatch the bottle out of his hands and walk away.
Morrissey leans over to Alabaster, nudges him, and says, I think it's love.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, they aren't bathing each other. Or there was an attempt? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna sit down around the small fire and eat my trail rations, and then I'm crawling into bed.
Here, I got a piece of cheese left over from the breakfast bar. Have it.
Thank you.
Breathe.
You okay there, Lisa?
No.
Well, it's getting to be the time Audra turns into a pumpkin anyway.
Audra's on vacation. There's no pumpkin turning.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
All right.
So if everybody wants to, we can continue for a little bit.
I think with the heat, the DM is turning into a pumpkin.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So much fun.
Thank you. Will you let us know now or later what our XP is?
Yes. I will figure that out right now, actually.
All right.
Oh, we're calling it? Okay.
Yeah.
I will be
Yeah.
ending the stream. Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
Language.
Good night, Internet.
Good night, Internet.